Hey guys, welcome back to Old Pecan Homestead. We're going to do a little informal live, and the topic, if of course, I'm going to let this upload as long as I don't get too crazy. But I'm going to let this upload, and you can jump you end up watching this live. The topic is going to be World War III, and as a Christian, where you stand. Say, I don't know, Iran, China, or Russia, or all of them, if it were World War III. Do you think that America has the moral high ground anymore, any longer? And do you think that it is inevitable that we end up in World War III? Or do you think this is totally preventable? And what I would like to know is, I know where I stand on this, but where do you stand on your kids being drafted to fight something like World War III, or just, if we did go to war with Russia, even if it wasn't World War III, it would be a sizable conflict and would probably require the draft. But where do you stand on, like, your children being drafted? My camera is just terrible. Uh, but, where do you stand? I know where I stand. My kids ain't going to war. Uh, Unless they become adults and they do something against my wishes. I served, here's a little history on me. I served 4 years active duty Army. I'm now a 100% disabled veteran. And I don't say that like with pride necessarily. Um, that's my background. I did my obligation, and my point of view is a little different on veterans than a lot of people's. I find that lots of times veterans don't have the same view as others. Like, for example, a lot of people who are not veterans will say they support all veterans and that they hold them to a higher standard, I guess, if you will. And I'm not necessarily like that. I served with some good people, and I served with some really terrible people, and everything in between. And just because you're a veteran doesn't necessarily make you a great person. Uh, but I'm just curious where you stand on a draftable conflict, World War III or not. Would you would you support your kids being drafted, or would you not? I don't know. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be feeding some steers down here. So let me go check on the little guys. So it's going to be a little bit of homesteading. Maybe not all homesteading, because we're talking about wars. I think it's relevant either way. But I need to make sure these guys got water down here. And I need to get my feed pan back from them, because I've been giving them mineral after I feed the big guys. Here it goes! Woo! Here it goes! Call them up here. The little guys are corralled up because the feed has got to go on the two big guys that are going to the butcher. Plenty of water. Shayla must have been down here earlier. I know you guys don't have a lot in here to eat, but you'll be free range in here in just a few days. I see I got one person in here. Hit the like button so maybe I can get a couple more people in here. Hit the like button. Community change. I don't know that. Oh, hey, I could start an active poll. I'm gonna learn how to use this one way or another. Man, my arms are tired. Been at the gym. Ask your community, optional, yes or no. I'm gonna put a poll out here asking you. Man, I can't type that many words. Hey guys, I got 4 people in here. Hit the like button. I don't know if you guys... Hey, calm down. I don't know if you guys have been in here long enough to know what the topic is, but I'll explain it in a minute. I'm trying to make a poll. Aha! I think I figured it out. There's a poll. Go down there and vote on the poll and hit my like button. You guys are just dipping out quick. I'm not a tarot card reader, and I'm not some kind of thought or whatever you call them. I'm not half naked, and a woman. So you guys aren't sticking around. Come on. Get involved here. This is real conversation. Oh, I got one of my steers up here. I don't know where they... Oh, there they are. There's my steers. Called them up here. They're bigger than they look in camera. It's a weird camera angle. This guy right here, he's pretty large. Of course, he's not your Angus or Limousine or Simmental, and this guy is a dehorned longhorn. He's actually showing quite a bit of external fat, so that's pretty good for a longhorn. So, the topic. Who knows, maybe YouTube's just censoring me. But would you support a draft of your kids? Like, do you think that a war fighting Iran, Russia, China would truly be defending democracy, even though the United States isn't a democracy? It is a republic. But do you think that those wars would be justifiable and righteous in the eyes of God? And do you think that's something that you should support your kids going and fighting? Like, for example, if China moves into Taiwan, does that affect democracy in the United States? It might affect microchips and corporations and extended cost of goods to consumers, but does it warrant a war? Does it warrant dropping bombs? And would you support your kids being involved in that? I better get these steers some food. They're gonna think I'm lying to them. Called them up here and I haven't got them no food yet. Come on, guys. I got 2 people in here. I got a poll down in the chat. if you go down there, you can answer the question. Would you support your kids going to war to fight Iran, China, North Korea, any of the above? Do you think, or do you believe that a war would be a righteous act for the United States? And do you think that it would be protecting our quote-unquote democracy if we had to go fight China for Taiwan? Come on, guys, answer. Get down there in the poll. So, another topic here, fly control. Fly control in my cattle. I use garlic in a mineral salt. And specifically my feeder steers, what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit, let me mix it up here. What I'm doing is I'm putting just a couple small handfuls of mineral salt in my feed. Oh, come on, guys. You guys are boring. No interaction. Come on. You guys are being boring. Just answer the poll. YouTube's probably feeding me a bunch of people that have zero interest in geopolitics. And probably intentionally. I mean, I don't really have an interest in geopolitics. It's just they affect me, so I pay attention a little bit. I am just mixing up some cow feed right now. Come on, guys. Come on, you'd think that this question would be important for people. You'd think people would want to express their opinion, whether they were for it or against it. Come on, there's a poll in the chat. You'd think some people would care about this. Let me put my phone down here in the feed. Maybe I've offended people. Hey, if I've offended you, please get in the comments and explain why you're offended. Hey, if the poll in the comments has offended you, please comment down there. Tell me why you're offended. Do you think I'm betraying my country by saying that none of the global conflicts that could potentially spark World War III or just any conflict in general are not righteous and are not justifiable and there's no need for them? And to be perfectly clear, I've stated that I'm a veteran. At the time, whenever I joined, I was young and naive, and I thought that I was doing the right thing, but looking back now, I'm glad that I never had to kill anybody in conflict. Now that I'm older and more wise to the truth. Oh, I'm gonna sit right here. There you go. I'll let you guys watch the cows. Maybe that's more interesting. Let's talk about what the steers are eating. So, they've been on a ration here for the last month or so of rice bran, cottonseed, and a sweet feed consisting of oats, cracked corn, a type of soy pellet, and a little molasses in that sweet feed. They've been on feed for at least 90 days. You know, if they were Angus, they would be absolutely bloated like a tick with fat. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion, that they're a little leaner. Fat's kind of, it has value, but sometimes you can get a, look at this dog and this steer. They love each other. They're always licking each other. I've never seen anything like that. She's just buttering them up so that she can get some of that feed. Lucy, get out of there. You're not a cow. You don't need that kind of food. Lucy. Man, you know what I like about, I think I'm going to delete this one and restart it.